Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we've got Wave 4 of the Monday Night Wars line from Mattel. This is, of course, a Walmart exclusive. It does come with a Build-A-Figure, and in this case, the Build-A-Figure is Commissioner Shawn Michaels. But we got a little bit of kind of everything. We got very Attitude Era Big Boss Man. We got kind of beginnings of the Attitude Era, which may be like the beginning of the Attitude Era, with the Stone Cold Steve Austin from when he stuns Vince McMahon. And then we've got DDP, one of the biggest WCW guys out there for the Monday Night Wars. And then you have kind of the tail end of WCW's real kind of like actually competing with WWE here with an NWO version of Mr. Perfect, or in this case, Curt Hennig. This is kind of like a Rap is Crap version slash NWO version, so a very needed and long-awaited one. But we're going to go ahead, unbox all these bad boys, and then we'll talk about each and every one of these WWE Monday Night Wars figures. Alright, let's get started with my least favorite of the bunch, at least the one I didn't want the most, I guess. We'll start off with its Build-A-Figure pieces. Just some 2 arms, 2 hands, and it does come with an extra set of hands. So there's your HBK hands there. It does come with the little kind of ski tactical SWAT type mask here. Like a little rubber, if you're so inclined to put that on. The old Boss Man. And then we get to Mr. Boss Man himself. Comes with some nice handcuffs, multi-use obviously there. You could probably put these with the Stone Cold that we're going to review here in just a minute for when he gets arrested after stunning him. But very nice face. Does have the nightstick. Nice tactical vest here. It does not come off at least easily, so that'll be something to keep in mind when you're doing certain possible fix-ups. Keep that in mind for a future video there. That it does not look like it comes off easily, but I'm sure these arms will pop off, and we'll get to that, no problem. Just have some cargo pants there. Look nice. Actually, the pants are actually pretty nice, detailed here. And then of course you got your kind of combat boot style. Still kind of wrestling style, but more combat boot-ish looking there. But the face is really good on this Big Boss Man. Definitely looks like a good old Bubba Rogers there. So, or Ray Traylor, I guess, if you wanted to really, really dig in deep there. But starting off pretty hot there. It's not a bad figure at all, especially if you don't have the previous release. Obviously, this one has interchangeable hands and things like that. So definitely a nice addition to the collection with Mr. Boss Man. Alright, next up we got It's DDP. Start off with his Build-A-Figure part. He does come with the HBK head and cowboy hat. Looks really nice there, so it's a very good sculpt of HBK, so I definitely look forward to building that one. Not a Build-A-Figure that I really need. So it'll just be kind of an extra in my suited shelf collection. So he'll go up there, and if anybody ever needs him down the road, then I will have really no problem moving on from them. And he does have 2 extra sets of hands, but I think we all know which hands we're going to go with here, and that is, of course, the Bang hands. I think this is the second time we've gotten the Bang hands. I do believe they came with the Legends. I'm not sure what series it is, but it was his WWE run, and I think they did the Greatest Hits Legends as well, where he's got the Bang hands. But obviously this is more of a WCW version, so it looks really nice. Tattoos pop really good there. Definitely accurate there with the dice and all that stuff. I think he's got like one with the cards. Yeah, so there's the cards, some more dice. Good flames, a teal, greenish, bluish, looks really nice there, pops really nice. They do have the brown elbow pad, which is kind of a bummer because they tried to be faithful to what it is, but I think it's more of a snakeskin in real life, so that's kind of a bummer there. And I forgot to mention it does also come with the wrap. I know a lot of people have used these in the past from different other wrestlers to put with their DDPs and stuff. to kind of give it that rib look action that he's had pretty often there in WCW. Nice belt, blue jeans. You do get a nice little whitewash over it, so that is definitely something to take into account. I know some previous figures have been lacking on this extra wash. See the Monday Night Wars Scott Hall, where his pants are like that, but his vest is just straight blue. It's either that or reversed, but one of them is just straight blue with zero wash, and it really kind of takes away from the figure. But this looks really, really good. Like I said, I wish they would have gone the extra mile here and done the snake skin, but this is great. This is a very nice DDP. I will say, another complaint that I must have is that we have still somehow not gotten the quintessential, whatever, t-shirt. This t-shirt right here. I remember having this as a kid. I wore this thing out so bad, but it's kind of mind-blowing that we still do not have this t-shirt in figure form. But if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, I would say that's coming in an Ultimate, and that's kind of what they're waiting on, so everybody can get that shirt. So most likely we'll have to buy another DDP just to get that shirt. So yeah, it's a struggle, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. All right, on to the next two and final two for this wave of Monday Night Wars. Alright, first up, we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin. Of course, first up, we get the Build-A-Figure part, which are just some HBK legs with a little HBK booty. So, there you are there, pretty straightforward on that one. And the figure itself is pretty straightforward as well, from initial impression here. I think we got a great face scan here. Looks, I mean, that is Austin to a T. We've got the Raw is War microphone with Raw is War on all four sides, which is nice. I know sometimes they like to kind of cheap out and only do one side, or front and back and not on either side, so that's definitely nice to see. You do get some details here on his watch as well, so they could have just done a straight black watch and called it a day, but they didn't. Nothing on the back of the shirt. Shorts are what they are. Would liked a little bit more jean look to the shorts. Feels like there's just a little something missing. I think it's maybe a texture or a wash would have really kind of made these pop a little bit more. As they are, they just don't really scream jeans. They almost look kind of like some biker shorts or something. But that's just my opinion. We do have a belt there, rather big looking belt, I think. But a very cool Stone Cold kind of iconic shirt there. Austin 316, all that good stuff. And then you get the Texas rattlesnake tattoo. Well, obviously there's no rattlesnake, but just the Texas tattoo there. Pinless knees and pinless elbows as well. So overall, a nice Stone Cold, a pretty historic moment. Stone Cold there for sure. Just wish they would have done a little bit more here on the shorts. Considering you don't really get a whole lot in this figure. I think this one only had one other set of hands, when all the other figures that I've seen, I think each one of them had like 3 extra sets of hands, and so we're a little cheaping out there, and obviously we're not getting a whole lot of deco here, but we are getting a shirt, so I guess there is that. So a very nice Stone Cold. Pretty simple, to the point, but a good Stone Cold all the same. And in the end of the day, that's kind of how Stone Cold is. So you kind of know what you're going to get there. Alright, and then moving on to Curt Hennig. Not Mr. Perfect, but Curt Hennig. Obviously, the Build-A-Figure piece for HBK is the chest here. It is what it is. There we are there. And we do get a fitted NWO shirt, so very nice to see there. No Velcro, so I do greatly appreciate that. So that's very nice, happy to see. And then an extra head, which is going to be the head I use. I'm pretty sure this just, to me, is a little bit more NWO version of Curt Hennig right there. So I do like this a whole lot. So this will definitely be the head I use. And as far as the head that he comes with, oh, his hat already fell off. Let's get that hat back on so you can get the full accoutrement there. So, his little wrap his crap hat there. Definitely a two in one if you want. I obviously will not be using this guitar with him. You got the black and white. What would this be? A singlet, I guess? That's what these would be called. So a nice little singlet there. Guitar is cool. It's nice and sturdy, one piece, which is nice. So definitely more of a collector-oriented figure, which makes sense. Obviously, I know that the stuff came out recently about adults being I think a bigger piece of the market than kids are now, or something like that. So it's definitely smart to do away with the breaking guitar here. Just give us a good, solid, nice guitar. But again, the back looks really nice. The head sculpt on this one's really nice too. You definitely can't go wrong with either one. If you're preferring the NWO or the Rapist Crap, or you're doing one of each, again, you definitely can't go wrong. White boots, obviously. First time without the Mr. Perfect, so that's something worth noting. His ankle is a little janky here, so we're going to have to work on that. There we go. Slide that back in the way it needs to be. So that's worth noting, is if you've had to do kind of fix-up or customs before, you've always had to either remove the Mr. Perfect or just kind of deal with it from the side. So very, very nice. But let's go ahead, build a figure, get everybody posed out, and give my final thoughts on Wave 4 of the Monday Night Wars. Alright, the band is all here, and I think, let's give it a B- of a wave, I will say. It's very nice to get a Mr. Perfect, sorry, wow, hello, come on now, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. It's very nice to get a Curt Hennig, and it's very nice to get a 2-for-1, so that's nice. DDP, again, love a DDP. Got the bang hands, elbow pads, a little of an issue, and not getting the shirt I think is a bad play. The Build-A-Figure HBK honestly is kind of a crap. I know it's a way to get the old one out again, and I know that that one was pretty valuable, but just like, come on. That's kind of my view on it. I think the Austin is actually one of the actual better, more surprising figure. I think the face scan on that thing is out of control, and Boss Man is not bad. So overall, I give it a B-, maybe a B+. So pretty good wave, not the best, definitely not the worst. Look forward to seeing what else we see from the Monday Night Wars wave. Let's get those luchadors. Let's get that. It is high time to make that happen. But what do you guys think? A pretty good wave, pretty meh wave, or kind of where I'm landing in like that B-, B+ kind of territory? Let me know down in the comments down below. And while you're there, of course, hit us with that like, and of course subscribe to the channel as we post new content every single day. But it's time to go ahead and throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.